A day away now. How's the week been just in terms of preparing, balancing that with resting the guys and that sort of thing?
Good. It's been really good. I think we're in a good spot right now.
What do you like about how your teams look this week as they get prepared for a big series here?
They're excited. We have a lot of jump in our step, and I think they know what's in front of us.
What's the biggest thing you guys have been emphasizing in practice this week?
We do just the normal. It's normal stuff, but taking care of our D zone, making sure we got numbers back, and playing the right way.
What's the biggest thing that you're looking for in these first two games playing in Chicago?
Pace and energy.
Why pace and energy?
It's our game.
Catching up with some of the other players too, they mentioned that Chicago high-powered offense. You got used to that through 12 meetings in the regular season. Does it change at all how you approach them, or do you just try and copy and maybe add a little bit more than what you saw in the regular season?
Yeah, I think we got a good handle. They have a certain way they play, and I think we feel like we're pretty comfortable in our matchups and knowing what they have and what they do, and then it's a matter of execution, right?
Well, that was going to be my next question too. Is with a team like that and as defensively sound as you were, especially in the series against Texas, not a lot of wiggle room for errors or a shift off. How much has that been a message this week in practice of just knowing what's on the other side and what they can do if given the opportunity?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we have to be predictable for each other. We got to know where our guys are. We got to know Arvid's got to know where the shots are coming from, and that's a big thing for us.
You guys really set the tone physically against Texas. Is that something you're looking to do in this series? How do you do that against the team that was the top team in the league all year?
Yeah, I don't know. Would you want to go back for pucks when Osipov and Gabriel are coming down on you? I know I wouldn't. So I think, and even Garrett, right, Mitchell. We got some guys that can play heavy and they play the right way, and they're hard to play against. And I think that's part of our game.
Yeah. How much do you enjoy just watching a guy like Dimitri out there when he's flying around and knocking people around?
Well, it's a big part of his game, right? It's sometimes entertaining. It's hard to play against, right? And I think that's a big part of his game, being hard to play against.
You mentioned Arvid and being able to see the pucks when he's in goal, and he mentioned that in game 2 of why he was so successful. How much of a difference does it make when a goalkeeper is able to see everything that's going on in front of him like that?
Well, I wouldn't know much about it, but if that's what he said, then I would go with that.
You talked about Gabriel, Mitchell, Osipov. You seem to lean on them a lot to provide just energy and momentum whenever you needed it in that Texas series. How much do you use that line as an example for the rest of your lines just to keep, energy and pace to sprinkle throughout the lineup, because they're going to need it against Chicago, so I'd imagine you lean on them first, but how much do you want of that to transpire through the rest of the three lines?
Well, I think everybody has a different role. Like, each player, each line has a different assignment, so to speak, what their strengths are. So, that line obviously is a heavy line to play against, where some of the other lines are maybe a little bit more offensively, on that end of it, and some lines are just really good both ways, So I think each line kind of has their own identity, and I think that's part of our strengths right now.
You've been in this organization a long while. You've seen what a rivalry like the IceHogs and Chicago Wolves brings, especially to the state line community and even down the road a little bit with the Blackhawks fans involved. What are you looking forward to from a personal standpoint of this series? It almost seems like a match made in heaven in terms of a state line community.
We just want to come out on top. That's the biggest thing.